So far away, Nisha, if you had the ability to set yourself on fire and fly around, how often would you use that power?
Probably every day.
I'd never not be on fire, to be honest. There are 5 situations today where being on fire would have made things easier. Johnny Storm is a Marvel superhero who possesses the uncanny ability to produce a near unlimited amount of superheated plasma from his own body, a power that he uses almost daily, because why the fuck wouldn't you just become living plasma? As it turns out, part of the reason Storm uses his power so much is because it means that he never has to shower.
Alright, so the Human Torch, he's part of the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, a founding member of Marvel's first family, and he's been in the comics for well over half a century at this point, and as such, his power set has increased dramatically over the years due to, power creep and that sort of thing. So while initially he just set himself on fire, in more recent incarnations, Johnny Storm, when he flames on, becomes living plasma. He's not human anymore, he is just a living blob of plasma shaped like a human, and due to that fact, he is virtually invincible, because as a being that is composed entirely of living plasma, most attacks will pass harmlessly through him or be instantly incinerated because he is easily able to produce temperatures normally found inside of suns and casually fly at half the speed of sound. So he's pretty OP, that's what I'm going to say. He's just a walking being of pure fucking solar energy. The fuck you gonna do about that? How is a man with a gun gonna stop that?
I think we mentioned it in another video of superheroes behind the scenes doing mundane things.
Yes.
And just imagining him going about his day and he accidentally sneezes and it's like a flamethrower and he sets something on fire in his house.
It would be. Well, that happens in the live action movie with Chris Evans in it, isn't it? He accidentally flames on while snowboarding and flies directly into a mountainside and accidentally creates a hot tub with his powers. But he just he lands in some snow and then uses his powers to make a hot tub, which makes a woman strip off naked. It's like, yeah, well played, Johnny. Well played. I'd do it too. Never have to pay for heating again.
So if Johnny Storm is technically a flame.
Yes. Just flame.
He's not got human biology anymore.
No. He's just, he is just walking plasma. And as such, he has no bodily organs anymore, which means that he is immune to all earthly diseases and toxins, because anything that is in his body that could possibly harm him when he turns back into a human is immediately incinerated the moment he flames on. Which means that, technically, according to the canon established by the comic books, Johnny Storm can never get an STD. Which I'm going to say probably came in very handy for Chris Evans' Johnny Storm, given that the best scene in the movie is him just banging a random fucking snowboard shit. That's Captain America all right there.
It's just it just makes me laugh some of the things Chris Evans has been in. When I forgot he was in Scott Pilgrim.
Some competition you are.
Well, that scene's awesome though. Where the extras come in. And it's Chris Evans as actual stunt double in real life.
What can I say? I'm nothing without my stunt team.
That movie has got so many superhero actors in it. Brie Larson's in that movie. You've got Thomas Jane, who played the Punisher. You've got Brandon Routh, who was Superman and the Atom. What? It's ridiculous. Oh, but yeah, Johnny's fucking star. You forget how bad that Fantastic Four movie is until you go look at the guy playing the Thing, and he's just wearing a big dumb rubber costume.
I feel like I have to watch the old one again just for the laughs.
You need to watch it so you can see Galactus just being a cloud. Galactus is just a fucking cloud and everybody hated it. And it's like, why did you do this? Is he stupid? Galactus is such a cool fucking villain.
He is here.
And then they went and ripped that off for Green Lantern. Just made Parallax a cloud. I will say though, Green Lantern is hype for one thing, and that is where The Green Lantern, Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern, is charging up a giant fist made of Green Lantern energy, but then he summons 2 lantern jets to keep him in place. That is pretty fucking hype, I'll give him that. But let's talk about Johnny Storm showering, or the fact that he doesn't have to.
Well, I think the fact he doesn't need to shower is it's the same concept of, like, you know, he can't get diseases because the flame just kills the bacteria.
It's exactly the same concept, and when Johnny Storm flames on, all bacteria is instantly burned away from his body, meaning he never has to shower because he's perpetually squeaky clean, as is his outfit, because his Fantastic Four uniform notably never needs to be clean because every time he flames on, he burns away all the dirt and grime that's on it. That's similar to Superman, where Superman has this weird thing like a bioelectric matrix field or something around his body, which is comic shenanigans to explain why his suit never gets dirty, and it is that he has a permanent field that's 1 millimeter off his skin all the way around his body that prevents all dirt and grime from landing on him. So Superman is perpetually clean. In the same vein, whenever the Human Torch gets dirty, he just flames on for 1 second and burns everything away. And my favourite reference to this in a comic book is where Johnny Storm is chatting to another character, and he admits to them, you know, I've not brushed my teeth since the accident. I'm like, what? What do you mean you've never... That accident was like 5 years ago. What do you mean you've never brushed your teeth? He's like, yeah, I discovered very quickly that when I used my powers, all the bacteria on my body was burned away. So instead of brushing my teeth, I just set myself on fire, and that works instead. And they're just looking, okay, sure. So he says, yeah, whenever I go out on a date, I'll just flame on, and my breath is really fresh.
Oh my god. Oh my god, so it saves so much time. You'd save money on water as well, you wouldn't need to use water.
Oh man, I think if Reed Richards is paying for it, I think you're fine. But at the same time, like, it might be one of the most trivial use of superpowers in a comic book, but fucking hell would that save a lot of time. That's so useful. Like, imagine that. It's like, oh man, I've got a date. Just go, what do I do? Done. Flame on. So far away, Nisha, the comic book world is littered with many, many superpowers that would all allow you to do fantastical, amazing things. But we're not going to talk about that. Instead, I'd like you now to think of a superpower that you would want specifically to use in a very trivial way, much in the same way Johnny Storm uses his ability to become living flame to brush his teeth. So I think for me, it'd have to be telekinesis. Because I can't tell you how many times per day I'm there like, something's just out of reach. It's like, Making a cup of tea, easy. Just the other side of the room, just have the tea prepare itself using my psychic power. Like, click the kettle on, get my cup out, it'd be easy, I love it.
I really like shapeshifter, like superpower. So I'm like trying to think how I could use that in a mundane sense, like
just like Tom.
Just getting out of things. Like if I was walking down the street and saw someone I didn't want to speak to, I'd just like turn into a lamppost or something.
Oh, I thought you were like Mystique's power, where you could just change your haircut whenever you wanted to.
That's me. Oh, I'd just turn into a lamppost. Not into a different person or something.
Because I thought you were going to be like, oh yeah, I'd like Mystique's power, so I can, I never need to get changed or anything because her power lets her mimic clothing. So you never need to buy clothes ever again. Just open up a magazine, look for an outfit you want, and just wear that. Done.
Oh, or like if I just can't be arsed, I'd just change into like a cat or something and just sleep all day because they can get away with it.
It's like the one that I'd do. So I'd want teleportation, but only so I could build a house with outdoors. Like, I'd want a house with outdoors and I'd only teleport through the doors. The film Jumper, where people can teleport, and there's that shot of the guy in his house and he teleports from like the sofa to the fridge to get a beer and then teleports back. So that's what I'd be like with teleportation powers.
Oh, another thing I could use for my power is if, like, for example, during lockdown, I've like become really unhealthy because I've like not been exercising. I just like make myself have a 6-pack. Done.
That's all you need to do if you shapeshift. It's like if you had like the Speed Force or something like that, just vibrate so your entire body's using one of those ab belts. So you just perpetually like super toned and ripped. It's like, yeah. Just that idea though. Just fucking, I can teleport, but I'm just going to use it to get beer from the fridge. That's a fucking power right there. Like, I've got control over an aspect of reality. What do you use it for? Getting beer. Just leaving. So I could transform into anything. Would you turn to a lamppost?
Lamppost to avoid people. It's like all the powers from Misfits. Have you seen the Misfits?
I'm aware of it, but it's on my list of things.
These like teenagers who are
Get superpowers, yeah.
yeah, they get the superpowers, but they're really random. Like one of them is this girl who gets the superpower. When she touches someone, they immediately want to have sex with her. Like, what kind of power is that?
The only one I remember for that is like the guy who he's got the ability to control people. He's got the ability to control milk. That's the only one I remember.
Oh yes, yeah. Yeah, because then when someone drinks like a glass of milk, you can then control it inside them, which is pretty cool. But it's just so random.
It's basically bloodbending from Avatar.